Um, Looking forward to it. Angelo Leo, of course, being the I think it's bantamweight or super bantamweight champion. I'm not too sure which one it is. I should really check my information. I haven't checked on it. Stephen Fulton, excellent fighter, Philadelphia fighter, star in the making. Angelo Leo is a skilled all-round fighter, not bad, good body punching, just good all-round fighter. This is a very good fight. Both are undefeated. Angelo Lee was supposed to face Stephen Fulton, had a last minute replacement, had a good fight with the kid, and he got the victory. Well earned, well deserved. Now, excuse me. Um, let's talk a little bit about this fight and why it's an interesting fight and how do I feel about it. One, I believe that Stephen Fulton has faced a lot of fighters like Angelo Leo, undefeated fighters, skilled fighters, southpaws, all kinds of things. And I think Stephen Fulton is prepared for this moment. I believe Stephen Fulton is on the verge of becoming a star. Now, I know that Mayweather is working with Angelo Leo personally, and of course, Angelo Leo is with Mayweather Promotions. But barring some sort of robbery, I do believe that Stephen Fulton will beat Angelo Leo. Angelo Leo might prove me wrong, and that's be cool. But I think Stephen Fulton will beat Angelo Leo. I want to hear you guys' comments on this. Don't forget to smash the like button if you're watching this video right now. Um, I'm very excited for this fight. It's going to happen over this weekend on Showtime. And I want to talk a little bit more about something else. It has to do with Showtime, but I'll talk about it a little bit later. But I'm very fascinated and I'm very excited for this particular fight because it's a clash of two undefeated guys. One who is on the verge of becoming a superstar, and the other one who is a very, very good fight, very solid, underrated fighter. And we will see what happens. Will Angelo Leo somehow be able to scrape away a win? Because I really want to talk a lot about how a guy who can be more skilled than you, who can be, a sharper boxer than you, all around better boxer than you, how you could beat them. And I put up a post on Facebook talking about the secret to why Rocky Marciano won a lot of his fights. Now, Angelo Leo's not the biggest power puncher out there, but here's a quick tip for Angelo Leo. When I think of all the not so star powered, flashy boxers who beat star powered, flashy boxers, I think of fighters like Alejandro Gonzalez, who beat Kevin Kelly. I think of he gave Kevin Kelly his first loss actually. I think of fighters like Mickey Ward, who beat Arturo Gatti. I think of fighters like um, Steve Collins, who beat undefeated Chris Eubank Jr., Chris Eubank Sr. You know, all of these fighters had certain things, certain qualities in common. When you're facing an exceptional boxer, what you need to have. Rocky Marciano, versus Ezra Charles. Like nobody thought, like whoever thought Rocky Marciano could beat Ezra Charles? Hardly anyone could beat Ezra Charles. Jersey Joe Walker was a special fighter. Ezra Charles was a special fighter. And Rocky Marciano beat Ezra Charles, and Ezra Charles was in his prime. So how does this happen? How does a fighter who is outmanned, outskilled, outgunned, but somehow manages to beat another fighter? It's not just heart. It's not just will. It's those things play a role, but there's other factors, that determine that. And does Angelo Leo have that kind of metal inside of him? That sort of game plan is like a particular game plan necessary to beat a much more skilled fighter, a much more flashy, much more star-studded fighter. And that's the question we'll find out when Angelo Leo goes up against Steve Fulton. But this is a great fight, and I do believe I favor Steve Fulton to win. Angelo Leo will have to prove me wrong. But here's the secret to it. The secret to beating a really skilled fighter who's much better than you was one, trying to get some sort of small mental advantage on him. And two, you gotta kill that body. You gotta go to the body like you was a plumber. You gotta go to that plumbing. Rocky Marciano, Mickey Ward, Steve Collins, Alejandro Gonzalez, Julio Cesar Chavez, all went to the body. You don't have to have the greatest liver shot. You don't have to have any greatest body punch. A lot of people get mix that up. But what you must do is go to the body. And if you can't get a clear shot at something, get a piece of them. Get a piece of them. Keep touching them. Keep touching them. Keep touching them. So we'll see if Angelo Leo is able to do that. If he's able to make a dog fight out of a fight by going to a fighter's body and tying him out to the body. Now, I do know for a fact that Steve Fulton is a well-conditioned fighter. So I don't know how much success, first of all, Angelo Lee will have with that. And the second thing is Angelo Lee's style is he can infight. So that could be a big plus for him, depending. Steve Fulton has been demonstrating that he can infight in spots, but I can see that he's still not fully got the all-round infighting game going on. So that could be a vulnerability that Angelo Leo could exploit. But I believe Leo's going to be the underdog in this fight, and I think Fulton's going to take it uh, by storm later on in the fight as the fight progresses. But we'll see. I'm what you need. It's been a little while, guys. I've talked about boxing with you guys. Peace.